Buyers are drawn to our homes because we give them a custom feel, whether it is a custom home, whether it is a home built on speculation. They're always going to get the same attention to detail, the same extras that they would. The trim packages that you notice when you first walk in the home, you'll notice things like crown molding, chair rail, wainscoting, things that really make the home pop. Foundation's always a really interesting part of the home. I think sometimes it's a forgotten part, but it's the most important part. It's the part that holds up the entire house, literally. And we try to design the foundation in a way that's appealing, putting brick in certain locations, position blocks and concrete and brick in a certain way so it gives the foundation the best look possible. And just have your foundation looking plain when the rest of your house looks fantastic. We want to make sure that all the aspects of your home look great, and if that means adding a little more to your foundation or changing the way a brick is faced, that's something we're going to do to make your home look best way possible. Framing is such an important part of the whole process, and it's kind of where the design meets reality, if that makes sense, because it's where your specs, the design, the piece of paper that shows how your home is supposed to look, to reality, how the home does look. So, buyers a lot of time will be able to see how something works or flows or is once the framing is up. And when you're in your home, you want to make sure that your home is as energy efficient as possible. And we are always looking for ways to improve our thermal envelope. And whether it is from strategically placing the insulation in certain areas, higher degrees of insulation in the walls and in the ceilings, different insulation for the floors, using energy efficient windows, energy efficient appliances. These are all things that we do and incorporate into our home to make sure that the game of saving money is something that our buyers can enjoy. You'll always find me on a job site and talking to the subcontractors. Quality control is a big thing in our industry, and making sure that the product that we build as Joe Miller Construction is a product that we can be proud of and put our name on and know that you are getting the best home possible. We take subcontractors who are veterans in their industry, who've been doing it for years and years, and not only doing it right and over again, but doing it in a way that meets my standards. We always make sure that their ideals and their level of professionalism and commitment is to the same standards as my own. So it was a pretty cool experience to kind of be on that other end, being the buyer and having these guys build my home for me. And it was a great experience. It was a great experience to be on that other side of the table, watching these guys, standing side by side with these guys as they built my personal home. And that's what's important, to make sure that the team members that you work with and that you employ not only live up to your standards and your quality, but at times go above that. We make sure that we listen to buyers, to other realtors, to builders, to architects and draftsmen. So everyone in our network that we interact with, we kind of try to extract as much information as we can from them to really listen. We want to make sure that the color selection we choose and the color scheme that we choose goes well together, and whether it's choosing a paint color to match the floor to match the paint color. So you'll find me on job sites, holding a piece of floor up to a cabinet to make sure that the flooring we're putting down matches the cabinet. By doing the little things that you may notice when you first move in, or you may notice 6 months down the road. Honestly, sometimes I'll come in and won't notice a small detail until 2 or 3 days later, because you can have the greatest ideas on paper, but when it comes to practicality, sometimes it doesn't work. So you've got to come out here and you've got to make sure that the selections you've chosen will look good in reality. So that's what we're trying to do, is set ourselves apart and set our homes apart.